What up, peeps? It's your girl Tanya. Welcome back to another episode or another chapter of Books and Brown Liquor. All right. This video is my book wrap up for the month of January. Let's talk about these books. Okay. So, I know my chair is squeaky. Sorry. I read 5 books in the month of January. Let's talk about it though. The first book, oh my God, my chair is squeaking like a mug. Damn. Okay. My first book was The Arrangement by Kirsten Modglin. Modglin, M-O-D-G-L-I. M-O-D-G-L-I-N. Oh my God, why is this so hard? Kirsten Modglin. I did my best. I'm sorry. Kirsten Modglin. Okay, let me tell you about this shit. The book started out so promising. I don't even remember. I think I gave it 2 stars because to me, okay. Let me back up. Okay. A husband and wife. Their marriage, they've been married a while. Perfect American, I don't want to say perfect, but the average American family, a husband, a wife, a son, some kids, a daughter, like everything but the damn dog in the minivan, okay? So they have a marriage that is on not the best place. They're not on good terms. They decide that they're gonna spice things up and they're gonna have an open marriage and see how it goes, okay? So, excuse me. They decide that they're gonna date other people. She gets Tuesday, he gets Thursday, and they're not gonna talk about it. Sound like a plan, right? We're just gonna go out, we're gonna sleep with people, but it's not gonna be anything serious. And then we go back and don't tell the kids nothing. Nobody finds out, right? Okay, so what sounds like a good plan just doesn't seem to work out. So shit goes left pretty quickly, and it wasn't okay. Like I said, the book started out pretty good. The story was going pretty good, but the little twists at the end, like when you get to the end of the book and all the revelations come out and the twists and the turns and the revelations at the end of the book, they were not believable. Okay, so I wanted to like the book, like when the shit was going down, I was like, oh shit, you did that too, and you did that, oh my God. But the ending, I like a plot twist that gives me whiplash, but when it's not believable, I'm like, I feel like I've been duped. So I did not care for this book. It did not seem realistic. It was a bit over the top. So when I saw that there was a sequel, I will not be reading the sequel. That's my honest opinion. Moving on. What was it? Oh, okay. A lot of these I don't have because they were library books and I had to return them last week. But Just Like Home by Sarah Gailey. I'm gonna tell you, like, I finished that book the week before last, and I still don't know how to feel about that ending. Oh my God. Okay, our main character, her and her mother are estranged, okay? Her father has long since passed. Her mother is on her deathbed. Her mother calls her and tells her she needs to come home because, like, basically she's on her deathbed, like pretty much any day now, okay? And she needs to come home because she's an only child. She needs to come home and start clearing out the house and get it ready for sale. Because like I said, her mother's in bad shape pretty much any day now. So the way the story is written, it's creepy, it's atmospheric. It's almost like the house is a character of its own. Okay, soon as she walks in the house, this is the house that her father built with his 2 strong hands. That's emphasized in the book. Her father built this house with his 2 strong hands. Okay, cool. So as soon as she walks in the house, there's a vibe. And as I'm reading the book, I'm like, is it because there are so many bad memories, or is this house haunted? Because it feels really weird, right? So as the story progresses, I like how it's told in real time, but also it has flashbacks to the past and certain events that take place. So her mother, they are the most hated people in town. Some very, very bad things happened in that house at her father's hand. Okay, so a lot of the shit made the news, made the papers, so everybody knows who they are. They are infamous. The town hates them. They're like, we're basically ready for you and your mama to die. Like, we hate you. That's explained very thoroughly in the book, okay? So she returns home, and just the relationship with her mother, the uncomfortable feeling in the house, you know, all of those elements, I really feel bad for this main character. Like, you do feel a level of empathy. And as the book progresses, shit starts getting weird, because she's like, was that a shadow? And then as you're reading, you're like, well, shit, was it a shadow? And then, like I said, you're trying to figure out, is the house haunted, or is it just bad memories? And then you get your answer, okay? You get your answer. And then when you get to the end and the revelation is made, I'm just like, I still don't know how to feel about that. The ending, I still don't know how to feel. I don't know if I love it or if it's just weird. But what I will say, Sarah Gailey, you know how you've read books or saw movies about haunted houses, and then you read that one book where it's like really, it puts a spin on the haunted type of situation. I'm trying not to say too much, but like I said, when I said that the house is almost a character of its own, okay? But the writing, I think the writing is very good. She does a really good job of evoking all of these emotions. You're mad, you're sad, you feel empathy, but then you're like, well, should I feel sorry for her because she did this? And I just don't know. But the ending of the book, I will say this writer is very brave. This writer is brave because the whole concept of what is going down inside of this house, wow. I still don't know how to feel, but I did like the book. I liked it very much. It was very creepy. It's just at the end, I was like, huh? Remember? Okay. Do you remember like a few years ago, that movie, The Village, came out by M. Night Shyamalan? Do you remember that shit? And then you got to the end and you realized the fucking car pulled up and you're like, what? That's how I felt at the end of the book. When you thought you were in 1872 and then you realized you were in the year of 2010 and these people were just living in an Anyway, the revelation of the book is kind of like WTF, okay? Moving on. The next book is The Villa by Rachel Hawkins, okay? This was another library book, so I don't have it. And let me tell you, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. For me, the book was very mid. The story was interesting enough to keep me interested. Like, I wanted to know what happened. Basically, we got two friends that go to a villa in Italy. One friend is going through a divorce, and they're writers. So they decide they're going to go to this villa in Italy for 3 weeks. Must be really nice. And they're going to take time off and write, you know, their books. Work on their craft in isolation by the pool, you know, all that good shit. And back in 1974, there was this huge, infamous murder that took place at this villa. And one of these women is really like pressed for finding out more about that story. And the two stories kind of tie together, if you will. But I found it interesting. For me, it was kind of mid, but the story was good enough that I wanted to know what happened at the end. So I was like, all right, cool. So it was very mid for me. You know, I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. Interesting, quick. It's an interesting little quick read if you want like a nice little palate cleanser in between your like epic novels. I would say that about it. I probably wouldn't read another book by this author. The writing style is just okay to me. Moving on. And then, where is my book? The 5th season. And now I'm going to get into it. Okay. Let me tell you. Oh my God. Okay. I was blown away. Okay. People be like, this book is so good. This book is so good. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll bite. What's so good about it? Honey, everything. Like, okay, her writing style is impeccable. She's clearly a very intelligent woman. The way that she tells this story and the way that it comes together at the end, oh my gosh, it's so well written. The story is so detailed and complex. So the 5th season, basically we are reading about a world where the world has come to an end multiple times. So this is the story of the world literally coming to an end. We follow 3 main characters, okay? They all have different agendas. And I have to tell you, the world building is so intense and complex. The characters are characters that they're strong. They are amazing women that possess all of these abilities. These people have these abilities. They have the ability to move the earth. Okay, our main character, Esun. I don't know if it's Esun or Esun, but she has the power to reach down beneath the earth's surface and start earthquakes. So people that have the ability to start earthquakes are hated because people that start earthquakes can end the world just like that. So they're hated, they're hunted and killed. And they're either hunted and killed or hunted and sent to the Fulcrum, which is an organization that trains them, but they have to work for this organization, if you will. I know, it's a lot. But I have to tell you, you need to be warned. Like when you first read this book, when you first start reading it, at first it is confusing because you're like, the fuck? Like, do I need to brush up on my earth science for this shit? Because at first I was like, it's kind of overwhelming. And then at the end of the book, there is a glossary because the terminology that they use, the slang that they use, you really have to learn how to understand like their lingo, the way they talk. At first, damn, hold up. I'm like, I'm sitting here suffering. And what I will tell you, the air out here is dry as hell, okay? I had to buy a humidifier because I woke up like I got sand in my throat. It was crazy. Anyway, like I was saying, the world building is so intense. It's very hard to get into the book at first, okay? I felt like, do I need a degree in earth science to read this shit? Like, what the hell? But once you get into the book, once you understand what's going on, once you get the lingo down, it's worth it. It's worth it. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of earth shit going on. There's a lot of earth shit going on, okay? Prepare yourself. But I promise you, it's worth it. I cannot wait to get to book 2, okay? And I know that didn't say a whole lot. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's worth it. Whew, okay. Damn. And my last book, okay, I gotta read this. Pet by Akwaeke Emezi. I'll say that again. Pet by Akwaeke Emezi. Let me tell you about this book. This book was very interesting. Okay. It's advertised as a young adult book, but in my mind, it reads like a middle grade book. No shade. I'm just saying, I felt like I was reading a children's book, not a young adult book. Anyway, this is the story about a girl who lives in a town where monsters, I said it, monsters, yeah. monsters have been eliminated. So everybody's safe, everybody's good. So her mother is an artist. And one day her mother paints this picture of this monster. And one day the monster comes to life and literally comes off the canvas and comes to life because the monster has an agenda. All right? The monster's agenda is, sorry folks, you thought all the monsters were gone, but they're not. I'm here to find the monster that's in your town. They're like, what? There ain't no monsters here. We got rid of monsters long ago. He was like, sorry to tell you, kid. You know what I'm saying? The universe don't lie. Okay? So the universe. So this girl teams up with this monster to go on the hunt for like a real life monster. What are monsters, you say? Monsters are like people that do bad things, basically. But in this book, they refer to them as monsters. People that hurt other people, you know, things like that. I don't want to say too much. But to me, this read like a middle grade novel. I ain't mad at that. It was cool. But like I said, I felt like I was reading a children's book. I really enjoyed it because I like the fact that it's like the monster was almost like a protector, like a protector to her. When you think of like a monster coming into your world from a different realm, you think bad things, but no, he was very protective of the young girl. And so that was cool. I don't want to say too much, but like I said, it read like a middle grade novel. I enjoyed it. The monster did what he came to do. And then, you know, the book had like little lessons and stuff, little morality lessons. I was like, aw, that's so cute. So anyway, that was a nice, fun read after reading the 5th season and all that epic shit that was going on. But overall, January was a pretty good reading month for me. And I have plans for Black History Month. I'm going to be reading these. Sugar by Bernice McFadden. Queen of Urban Prophecy by Aya de Leon. That Dangerous Energy by Aya de Leon. And then I'm going to finish reading The Shit Cassandra Saw. Now, these are by Black authors. And if I get a chance, if I'm not too overly ambitious, I might try to read one of these. These are not Black authors, but I might read this one, River Sing Me Home. The thing is, I don't like doing monthly TBRs because I change my mind. Every time I do a TBR, like what I'm gonna read video, I always change my mind. But anyway, I'm gonna at least try to read these library books first. So I'll let you know how it goes. Anyways, that completes my book wrap up for the month of January. Thank you for watching. I wish you could read it. Bye.